You walk into a grocery store and see two bottles of olive oil. Same size, same label. Both say extra virgin. One costs $14, the other costs $6. But here's the problem. One of them might not actually be olive oil at all. Between 2010 and 2011, researchers at UC Davis tested 186 bottles of olive oil purchased from grocery stores in California. Nearly 69% of imported oils labeled extra virgin failed international quality standards. Some were rancid, others were stale. Some had been chemically refined and deodorized to hide poor quality. This raises three big questions. How is real olive oil actually made? How does fake or low-quality oil end up on store shelves? And what simple things can you check on the bottle sitting in your kitchen tonight? Chapter 1. Olive oil is 8,000 years old. Olive oil is one of the oldest manufactured foods in human history. Archaeologists believe humans first began producing olive oil nearly 8,000 years ago in the eastern Mediterranean. Ancient farmers harvested olives and crushed them between large stones. The pulp released oil that floated to the surface where it could be collected. The process was simple, but revolutionary. Civilizations quickly discovered that olive oil was incredibly valuable. The Egyptians used it as lamp fuel in cosmetics. The Greeks used it in cooking, athletics, and religious ceremonies. The Romans turned olive oil into a massive trade commodity. Roman ships carried huge clay containers called amphorae, filled with oil across the Mediterranean. In fact, historians have discovered an entire artificial hill in Rome called Monte Testaccio, made almost entirely from broken olive oil amphorae. For thousands of years, olive oil has been one of the most important agricultural products in human civilization. And interestingly, the basic production process hasn't changed much. Crush the fruit, separate oil from water, bottle it. But the global demand for olive oil today is far larger than ancient farmers ever imagined. Chapter 2. When demand exploded. In the late 20th century, something dramatic happened. Olive oil became famous for its health benefits. Studies connected it to the Mediterranean diet, which was linked to lower rates of heart disease and longer life expectancy. Suddenly, olive oil wasn't just a regional product anymore. It became a global superfood. Between 1990 and 2010, worldwide demand for olive oil nearly doubled. Supermarkets across North America, Europe, and Asia began stocking dozens of brands. But olive oil production is limited by geography. Olive trees grow best in Mediterranean climates, places like Spain, Italy, Greece, Turkey, and parts of North Africa. When demand skyrocketed, production struggled to keep up. Then drought hit several key olive-growing regions, including Spain, the world's largest producer. As supply tightened, prices began rising. And whenever prices rise quickly in global markets, one thing often follows. Fraud. Chapter 3. How the fraud works. Olive oil fraud doesn't usually involve completely fake oil. Instead, the deception is more subtle. One common method is blending. Low-quality olive oil or cheaper vegetable oils like sunflower or soybean oil may be mixed into a bottle labeled as premium olive oil. Another trick involves mislabeling origin. Oil produced in multiple countries may be shipped to Italy, bottled there, and labeled bottled in Italy. To many consumers, that sounds like Italian olive oil, but it may actually come from several different countries. Another method involves refining low-quality oil. If olive oil becomes rancid or develops unpleasant flavors, it can be chemically treated and deodorized. This removes bad odors but also strips away many natural compounds. After that, the oil may still be sold as high-quality olive oil. To the average shopper, the label looks legitimate, but the product inside may be very different from authentic extra virgin olive oil. Chapter 4. What extra virgin actually means. The term extra virgin olive oil isn't just marketing. It has a specific definition. To qualify as extra virgin, olive oil must meet several strict standards. First, it must be produced without chemical refining. The oil must come directly from olives using only mechanical processes like crushing and pressing. Second, the oil must meet chemical quality limits. One of the most important measurements is acidity, which must remain very low. Finally, the oil must pass a taste test conducted by trained experts. They evaluate the oil for defects such as rancidity, moldiness, or fermentation. Only oils that pass all these tests can legally be called extra virgin. Unfortunately, these tests aren't always enforced consistently across global markets. Chapter 5. How real olive oil is made. Authentic extra virgin olive oil begins in the orchard. Harvest usually occurs when olives change color from green to purple or black. Timing matters. If olives are harvested too early, yields are low. Too late, and the fruit may begin deteriorating. After harvest, the clock starts ticking. Olives must reach the mill quickly, usually within a few hours. If they sit too long, oxidation begins and the oil quality declines. At the mill, olives are washed and fed into crushers. The entire fruit is crushed, skin, flesh, and pit, creating a thick paste. This paste is slowly mixed in a process called malaxation, which allows oil droplets to combine and develop flavor. Then the mixture moves into a centrifuge. Chapter 6. The Centrifuge. The centrifuge is where the magic happens. Inside the machine, the olive paste spins rapidly. Centrifugal force separates the mixture into 3 layers: solid olive pulp, vegetable water, and pure olive oil. A second centrifuge removes remaining moisture. From start to finish, the entire process, from olive to fresh oil, can take less than 2 hours. High-quality producers bottle the oil quickly and store it away from heat, light, and oxygen, because olive oil is essentially fresh fruit juice. And like any fresh product, it begins degrading over time. Chapter 7. The Hidden Health Benefit. One reason olive oil became so popular is its health profile. Real extra virgin olive oil contains compounds called polyphenols, which act as antioxidants. One of the most interesting compounds is oleocanthal. Oleocanthal activates the same anti-inflammatory pathways as ibuprofen. That's why high-quality olive oil often produces a peppery sensation at the back of your throat. That slight burning feeling isn't a defect. It's actually a sign of fresh oil rich in polyphenols. Many olive oil experts even consider that throat burn a positive indicator of quality. Chapter 8. Why fraud is hard to stop. If olive oil fraud is well known, why hasn't it been completely eliminated? Part of the problem is complexity. Olive oil supply chains can involve multiple countries, distributors, and processors. Oil may be blended, transported, and bottled across several different regions. Regulators do exist. Organizations like the International Olive Council and various national agencies set quality standards, but enforcement often depends on the producing countries themselves, and in many cases, testing every bottle across a massive global market simply isn't practical. That means consumers play an important role in recognizing quality. Chapter 9. How to check your bottle. Fortunately, there are a few quick checks you can make. First is the peppery throat test. Take a small sip of olive oil. Authentic extra virgin olive oil often produces a slight peppery burn in the throat. Second is the harvest date. Unlike wine, olive oil does not improve with age. Fresh oil is best consumed within 12 to 18 months after harvest. Third is single origin labeling. Bottles that specify a particular region or estate often indicate better traceability. Finally, look for dark glass bottles. Light can degrade olive oil quickly, so high-quality producers often use dark packaging. Next time you reach for a bottle of olive oil, take a moment to look closely. Turn the bottle around. Check the harvest date. Look for origin information. And think about what might actually be inside. Because sometimes the difference between a $14 bottle and a $6 bottle isn't just price. It's the difference between authentic olive oil and something pretending to be it. We reveal how everyday things actually work. One product, one process, one hidden story at a time. If you enjoy uncovering the truth behind the products we use every day, like and subscribe for more videos just like this.